Let us queer up education. Broward College president abruptly resigns as conservative pressure continues in Florida. Broward College's president, Gregory Haile, abruptly resigned from his position on Wednesday evening, but the Board of Trustees held off accepting his resignation at an emergency board meeting on Thursday morning until they could find out what led to his decision. Like many of the community members who spoke at the emergency session, board members said that they were shocked to learn of Haile's resignation and needed to understand more about his decision before determining what action they should take. The trustees agreed they wanted to see if the issue was fixable. Some members, though, including Chairperson Alexis Yarbrough, whom Governor Ron DeSantis appointed directly to the board in February, along with two others, acknowledged an agreement may not be up to them. Alexis Yarbrough said, quote, "There have been some difficult business questions and meetings, but there has been no indication to indicate that the board desired this outcome," end quote. She does not know if the board has any control on its outcome. Haile, who remains in his role as a result of the board's decision, was not at the meeting. The board decision came a little more than an hour after the emergency meeting began and after about a dozen speakers, including those in the business community, urged board members to do whatever they could do to keep Haile as the college's leader and not let him go. Okay, well, as you can see from the picture there, if we can put the picture up one more time, everything that I'm going to say is completely conjecture because we don't know. He has been completely silent. I heard a whisper of this on Tuesday, and that he was going to resign by 12 noon on Wednesday, and then Wednesday morning he announced his resignation. They have done this interim step, but everything that I hear from a circle, we have Broward professors that are anchors of Queer News tonight.
And I'm a student.
And student, right, and students.
And alumni.
Right. And I've heard so much about Broward College certainly in 2023. My conjecture is this black man who is progressive, supporting both minority communities, minority education, being kept in the hunt at Broward College, supporting of LGBT, of the student group, of the LGBT student group at Broward, etc. He has run aground of many of the conservative nature in coming out of the governor's mansion and in Tallahassee. And I suspect we're going to hear enough was enough, and that was the conclusion of it. But we don't know yet. Thoughts about?
It's interesting that Broward College shares a building with FAU, and FAU is currently under similar pressures from the governor and education in Tallahassee, unable to secure a president or a provost that meets the governor's likability factors.
Yeah.
So they are coming after things in Broward and Palm Beach and Miami-Dade in ways that would have been unthinkable 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But what it really did,
or frankly, even in Donald Trump's years.
That was because Donald Trump didn't care about these things. He wasn't really a culture warrior. People surrounding him were culture warriors. Because of his lackadaisical feelings about the culture wars have grown. And so now we see what's happening. And they know that education, dumbing down of America, is the greatest way to create sheep where there were once cats.
This is just more of the brain drain that's going on here. I mean, what's going to be left? Who's going to be left to teach at these universities? Who's going to want to? Who's going to want to? Oh
AI.
No, a million times no.
But that's what will happen. Elon Musk's AI Institute will be the college of the future.
One last thought before we move to the next story from Robert. I live on the north wall of New College in Sarasota and grew up in Sarasota. I spent substantive, vast amounts of time in high school at Sarasota High School, in the library at New College because of some specializations that they had there. New College was one of the great academic experiments in America. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but almost universally was said, wow, for public education, this is a standard almost unparalleled for its size in America. And I have not a single friend, a single professor, a single person associated with that in my friend circles, with the administration, business leaders around it, community leaders around it. There is no one that says that New College is basically being destroyed, that disagrees with that. And the ones that don't disagree with that are the culture warriors that are going, this is exactly what we want. We want to make it this tiny modeled Christian college up north that he's talked so much about. When I heard this news, I thought, oh, wow, he's going to do the same thing in Broward County that he has already accomplished in Sarasota. It's very sad. We continue to watch the news because we don't know the actual outcome yet.